Hi everyone, I'm Chef Andy and I'd like to talk to you today about stir frying. Specifically, we're going to make a rice stir fry using our tilt skillet. Now the tilt skillet is a piece of equipment that is often underutilized in our kitchens. What we have found is they tend to gather things like purses and other personal belongings, and even napping?
Is it time for service?
Not yet.
Shut the lid.
So now let's take a look at our tilt skillet. This particular model happens to be a manual tilt skillet, simply meaning that we have to manually crank it or lift it or tilt it in order for it to lift. This is extremely helpful for us whether we're removing food for production or at the end of the afternoon for cleaning. This also happens to be an electric model, so all we need to do is adjust our thermostat for preheating. And while it's preheating, let's take a look at our mise en place. Today we'll be cooking in a mixture of vegetable oil and sesame oil and adding to that brown rice that we prepared yesterday. The brown rice was simply steamed according to your recipe and then laid out on sheet pans to cool quickly under refrigeration. We've also added to that diced frozen carrots and green peas. That's going to help us speed up production during service today. Along with the brown rice mixture, we have diced yellow onion that we'll be sauteing, and with some simple seasonings like soy sauce, ground ginger, granulated garlic, and black pepper. Lastly, we'll incorporate scrambled eggs, which you can prepare day of service. Now that our tilt skillet is preheated, let's get started. We're going to begin by adding our oil blend and our diced onions. For most pieces of equipment like a tilt skillet or a kettle, you'll find it's much easier to use a large paddle than it would be to use a spoon or a traditional spatula. What you may also find with your tilt skillet is that you have hot spots. Certain areas in the skillet that get hotter than others. That's perfectly fine so long as you know how to properly use them. For things like sauteing onions, you want to find the hot spots. You can really cook those onions quickly. But once the rice is added, we actually want to avoid that hot spot so the rice and the starch doesn't stick and create issues for us before service. Our onions are tender now, so it's time for the rice. Once the rice has been added to the kettle, you want to make sure that you keep a nice even stir on the product so that nothing sticks and burns. The rice and onion mixture is ready. It's time to add our seasoning. Lastly, it's time to add our scrambled eggs. Don't forget, if you've got the skillet, be sure to fill it.